Welcome to BuildINC Business. I'm your host, Marsha Savage, the director here at the Incubator. Today, we have Konstantin.
How's it going?
I'm going to let him introduce himself and his business and just share a little bit more about what he's doing here in the Incubator and how he's creating jobs within Chattanooga.
Thank you. Yeah, so basically, my name's Konstantin. I make watercolor coloring books. They all come with paint-along video tutorials. And I use actual watercolor paper. That's a big deal for people that like to paint like this. And basically, I make everything here in the incubator in my office space. Basically all the materials I use are made in the US, which that was hard to get done. And since being in the incubator, I feel like the business has grown in the right direction, and I really love being here.
Thank you, Konstantin. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to become an entrepreneur. And then outside of that, how did you decide that this was the right time to start a business for you? Because you've only been here, what, a year?
Right, here a year, and then the business itself actually has been 3 years.
Okay.
But basically, so I used to paint with my nephew a lot, and he used to like painting with watercolors, but he was little, so he wasn't good at drawing. And so he would ask me to draw stuff for him to paint on top of. And so after like the 100th time, I decided I'm just gonna make him a little packet and then just give it to him. But then he took it to school and his friends wanted it, and so that's when kind of like the light bulb went off. And so I was working at a day job at an insurance company, and basically just evenings and weekends I was kind of trying to tweak it and figure out how to make it. And after COVID, the insurance company had ended up paying out a lot of money, and so they ended up laying off a lot of people, and I was one of them. But I was on my way out anyway. I didn't like it, so basically I told my wife I'm just gonna give this a try, and then people really like it now, so that's just slowly growing.
That's amazing. Yeah. Who would you say is your targeted audience? Is it the younger generation, or who would you say?
Well, so I do keep track of my demographics, and it's about 93% of my customers are women. So I try to really tailor it towards them, and then, but they not only for them, but they often buy for their kids or friends. And I think women in general have a better appreciation for aesthetics. But basically, a lot of kids, a lot of women, and sometimes I'll go to like local libraries or schools, and I'll just do classes free of charge, and that way they get the experience, and I also get feedback, which I usually just listen to my customers. Whatever they want is kind of like I think the customer always has the answer to your business. For the problems for you. Well, not always, but most of the time.
Yeah, it's always good to get some constructive feedback. That way you can kind of tailor it better to meet their needs. So totally understand that. Next question: what kind of separates your coloring book from other coloring books? I know you said it's watercolor. Like, what is the difference between traditional paint?
So basically, you can paint in them. The paper that I use is actually a really high quality paper. So like I'll give you
like this.
Yes, and this is another one that I'm kind of like experimenting with. And so this is actually one that I think some of my customers had voted on. They wanted me to make like a sharp dressed cat.
Okay.
So that's and basically the paper itself is really nice and thick, and it's made in a mill in Wisconsin. So I try to make sure that everything's made in the US, because that's even before any tariff problems, but because it just makes better business sense for me, because I could go to the mill, I could talk to the people, I could get custom orders. Granted, usually, places that manufacture things, they want to do bigger orders, but that turns out better for the business, because then you get more of a discount. But I think a lot of like US-based businesses are kind of like always trying to offshore materials or production, and even though it's more difficult, it's definitely worth it, I think, to try to find US-based manufacturers for the products, for whatever you're making. Like this brush, for example, is made in Ohio, so it took me a long time to find, but it's worth it because now I'm not worried about
Yeah.
other things. You know?
Yeah. That sounds great. And speaking of, doing business within the U.S., you've done business within the incubator. Do you want to share about your community experience? And you told me a little bit off camera
Oh, yeah.
about that, but I won't spill the beans.
Yeah,
Do you wanna
yeah.
share?
Well, so basically, one of the things that I do have my own recipes for watercolor paint, and I'm a bit obsessive that way. But basically, I was 3D printing these palettes that I would then put the paint in them and sell them. But I was selling out regularly, and I couldn't keep up. And so, Chance, he's in the incubator. One of the other business owners here that he manufactures things, and one Christmas, one holiday season, he helped me tremendously by printing a ton of these for me, which I don't think I would have been able to keep up if it wasn't for him.
Right.
So his business helped me out a lot. And so that's one of the examples where being in the incubator is super useful because you guys have all the classes where, we get a lot of really excellent information. We can always ask for feedback, and there's other business owners, you could always ask them for questions, if there's something that you haven't encountered before. So I'm super happy to be here. I always tell my wife, I'm like, this is the right place. I feel it,
And how did you hear about the incubator? Just to, take it back a little bit.
Sure, yeah. So my friend Terrell is actually friends with Chance, and he saw that one Christmas where I was really running behind on my orders, and he suggested to talk to him, and then through doing business with Chance, then he told me about the incubator. He's like, hey, you should be here because you're growing and you have a legit business. So yeah, that's how I ended up here.
You mentioned that you did a part-time hire. How has the incubator helped you with growing and scaling your business?
Yeah, well, basically, it was in my house, and then, slowly like spreading from the spare bedroom that we had to just the rest of the house. And I have a 10-month-old now, so my wife, before the kid came around, she's like, you have to get the business out of here. And I'm like, okay, where? And because, like, it's one thing just renting a property, to run your business out of, but this is the first business that I've ever started, so like there's a lot that I don't know. So being here is really like, it helps me kind of like keep everything in order and then keep everything organized, which then allows me to have somebody else come in. Like, for example, like the part-time employee that I have, I can give her a key and be like, hey, can you go to the office, grab these things? Can you maybe package some things for me, or send out these orders? Like, it's super useful. Like, I don't think, like, my wife probably wouldn't have been comfortable just giving somebody else a key.
Right.
So it's like, especially since we have a little kid. So it's, no, it's super useful. Yeah, I don't think I probably would have been able to hire somebody if I didn't go into the incubator, just because of logistically it's very difficult.
Got you. Well, we're definitely happy to have you here. You participate in so much of our programming and our community. I've seen you advocate for other clients within the building, and it's just a joy to have you here. We're going to wrap up. So the last two questions. One would be for entrepreneurs who have not heard about the incubator, what's something that you would tell them to kind of help them better understand who we are and what we do? And then as far as what if they're thinking of come to Chattanooga, we have a lot of entrepreneurs who are not local who are saying, hey, they're considering Chattanooga now. We're kind of getting on the map. What would you say to kind of lead them to Chattanooga and possibly the incubator as well?
Well, so I'll start off with, the thing that I notice is, just as somebody that has not had a business before, you don't know what you're doing. Like, it's just a completely like unpaved road, and having someone that's been there, or all the different businesses, that's part of the thing that I really like, is everybody here is very like similarly minded. So like they all have the goal of growing their business, and since there's so many people, you're going to encounter things that you don't know how to respond to, but because you have such a large pool of people to ask, you're going to get the answer. And that plus all of the events that you guys put on, and the fact that you have like there's people that I can call, like you guys have a reference sheet of people I can call literally about anything business related.
That's good.
And not business related too, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And as far as Chattanooga, I mean, Chattanooga is an incredible city. So basically, it's very business friendly. There's a lot of events. People are pretty friendly in general, and there's markets. There's a lot of local mom and pop stores. Like, my books are in 3 different stores right now, and they're just like locally owned. And then I'm slowly trying to branch out into chain stores, but I don't know, it seems like it would be more difficult in like a very big city to do something like this.
Tell the people how they can contact you if they want to purchase these books, and if you have anything on the horizon that they should know about, let's mention it.
Sure, yeah. I mean, basically, the name of the business is WonderINC Watercolor with an O, and the website is just wonderingwatercolor.com. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's right there. And I sell everything online, you know, in stores, in person, at local markets. And the thing that I'm trying to put together right now is I want to do a once a month free painting class, because I have a lot of local recurring customers.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make it so that, let's say once a month, they just have, you know, like a little painting party that they could go to.
Yeah.
And also there's rooms that people can rent out here,
Yeah.
the BDC, for events, which that's what I'm planning on doing.
Yes.
I just want to make sure that I have like all the extra supplies and like budget for that. So yeah, it's I guess that's for my business.
Cool beans. Well, thank you again, Konstantin.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
For visiting BuildINC Business Podcast, here highlighting our incubator clients. Again, I'm your host, Marsha Savage, and I'll be back to you soon with more incubator news.